What's up? My head's right now, it's kind of off. I'm really in my head, I'm really foggy. A lot of thoughts, a lot of anxiety, a lot going on in here. But this is a perfect follow-up to my last video because it really just resonates with me right now. Where my head is does resonate with what I'm going to talk about in this video. And it's about knowing when it's time for you to move on from something. We do a lot of things in our lives. You're gonna have a lot of jobs. You're gonna probably have a lot of life partners, a lot of friends, family members, girlfriends, boyfriends, and eventually there comes a point where things just aren't the way they were. I mean, that's not to be misinterpreted from when maybe you just need to put more work into it, because there's also another side to it. Maybe you haven't been giving it your all. But there comes a point when you know you're giving it your all and it's still not enough, or you're still getting burnt out, or even if it is enough and you're not getting burnt out, it doesn't feel the same as it used to, and that's what I want to get into here. Now, I've had a lot of different jobs throughout my life, very different, very varying jobs. If you looked at my last video, you got some information on that. So I've had a lot of experiences with when is it the right time to leave a job, and I'll start off by just bringing up what I brought up in the last video, just understanding really, I mean, this is even beyond everything, but if you know that this job, like, if you can't do it for 20 years, because like you're struggling to get through your first year, how you gonna do it for 20 years, 30, 40 years? I mean, that's the first one, that's the obvious. Just know when you can't handle a job, when your body isn't made to do it, when your mind isn't made to do it, when you're not going to just learn. Like, I was a construction worker, and it's like, I'm not going to just have the body of a laborer. I'm just going to beat myself up, and I'm going to live with it. I'm going to keep pushing day to day out. So that's the first point I wanted to come to. Just the idea, this is more of a logic point, is just think to yourself, are you really going to be able to do this job until you retire? Are you going to last that long? What are your chances of getting laid off? Look, how's the field? Is it an industry that's dying, or is it an industry that's growing? If it's an industry that's growing, you're a lot less likely to get laid off if they always need people. But if it's an industry, like a lot of jobs, like even like jobs that used to be good, like teachers and firefighters and police officers, a lot of times, a lot of them are dying industries because there's more people trying to do it than they need. And then they're in the fields that there's like the government, a lot of government jobs are getting funny now because they're trying to cut more and more funding, trying to save more and more money. You know, they're saying for the taxpayers, but who really knows where that money's going? But that's not but the point for this video. Looking into the job you're doing, the field you're going into, is it a growing field or is it a potentially dying field? Because those are some indications of whether you're going to make it or not. And then looking at yourself and how you deal with the job on a day-to-day basis. There are people who go out there and they can do their job without a second thought. But if you go out there and every single day you're overthinking your job, it's stressing you out, it's burning you out, you're coming home completely drained, you got to ask yourself, how long are you really going to last, and if you should look for something else to do. I wanted to get into finding something else to do now for this next part of my video. I have a story about finding something else to do and how something actually literally came to me. But I do want to say though, you really need to be okay with entering a point of unknowing, because sometimes you do have like sudden differences, sudden leaps, sudden jumps, sudden just something happens suddenly, like a bug in your face, and then you got to quit your job or you get fired and you get laid off, or it's like you're taking my advice and you're like, you know what, you're right. This isn't the job for me. You're right. This isn't the job for me. What do you want me to do though? What am I supposed to do? How am I going to support myself? I got bills to pay. I got a family. I got to put food on the table. What do you want me to do? What else do you want me to do? Well, I'm telling you right now to be okay with entering a point of not knowing. You got to be okay with not knowing, because if you try to force it out, if you try to just force yourself to jump ahead in your life, you try to force yourself to skip steps, as Tai Lopez said, then you can actually fall back down the ladder. So you can't really try to force it. You have to be okay with not knowing what you're gonna do, so that you can actually open the space. It sounds too woo-woo, but so that you can open the space for the idea to come to you, and it's gonna come to you. If you're really, you know, there's a lot of real beliefs in this. You know, you could read like The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, really, really amazing book. But if you're really trying to go through, follow call it your life's purpose, your destiny. You're trying to just get to that next step in your life. If you're going in the right direction, if you're taking the steps, and the opportunities will come to you. They will come to you. Now, I have a story about that. I was going to apply after I lost my last job. I got laid off suddenly. So I was just like, okay, now I have to go get another job. And after spending months being stressed out, worrying about how I'm going to pay my bills, it's like, okay, there's a bug biting me. It's time for me to go get another job. So what did I do? I went to the place that was hiring everyone. I went to an Amazon warehouse that just opened up over here. And as I was there, I saw the workers outside. I saw them smoking cigarettes. I saw them stressed out. I saw they were tired. I saw they were overworked. It told me everything I needed to know about that place. I knew if I had walked in there, sure, maybe I would get the job. I'd still be working there. I could handle the job in a sense. But I knew it was gonna be 100% labor, non-stop labor. I was gonna come every single day tired, stressed out. First of all, in a personal way, that would ruin my relationship. I had a lot of problems with coming home all angry and stressed out, and that's not like how you go home to your wife or your girlfriend. That's gonna ruin your family relationship. Getting a little winded. But yeah, so I go to this place and it's like, this isn't right for me. I end up walking out. Of the building. It was just like, I walked in, I was there to do my interview, and I just turned around and I walked out. I was there. Yeah, okay. I was there just to try to go actually get the job. I turned around, I walked out. I went back in my car. When I walked back in my car, like almost like it was a gift from heaven, like it was just perfectly timed. After months of suffering, I got a phone call. The moment I walked into my car. Like I sat down, I got comfortable. It was like the perfect time. I was about to turn it on, but I didn't. And then my phone starts ringing. I pick it up. It's a lady calling me about a job I didn't apply to. I say that again, it's a job I did not even apply to. I didn't even look it up. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't do a search on it. I didn't see it. I didn't know about it whatsoever. And she calls me about a job, right? And I'm just, you're obviously really skeptical. I got an email about the job because they just responded to my Indeed resume, and they were like, oh, I think you look fit for this job. I think you're the right candidate. And I'm like, you fool, you know why? You wrote me a generic message you've been sending to everyone because it's your job to hire somebody. You needed somebody to come in and just look like you're doing your job, even if I don't get the job or not. So, but yeah, I was like, I take it seriously. And I moved forward with the job. It ended up being the job I have right now, and it was literally a gift to me. It's really funny because I'm making this video now because I feel like the energy is coming in that I'm above the job. Like I could feel the real law of attraction at work. Not like I'm trying to force thoughts in, but like I feel the energy of myself like being above this place, being like almost beyond it is really the word I'm looking for. Like I'm not even here anymore. And it's like I'm not fit for this anymore. And it was the perfect fit for me just a few months ago, but I'm already here, focus on my next step in life, what I really want to do. But I wouldn't be here without that job. That job that was just handed to me, just literally like God came down and was like, here, take it. I wouldn't be here doing these videos without it. Right now, I'm at work. I'm on a break right now making this video. And it's like, I couldn't do this at any other job that I know. I mean, I had driving jobs, so I guess technically I can pull over somewhere to shoot a video if I find a nice spot, get back in and go. But at those jobs, I was tired, I was stressed, I was mentally burnt out. I wouldn't have been in a good energy to do it. So this job, not only has it afforded me the time to make these videos, it's afforded me the energy. And because of the type of job I have, I mean, it's in a store, I'm interacting with people. It's possible that instead of me going in my head, usually most of my jobs isn't when I'm, especially when I'm alone, I go more and more and more in my head as the day goes on. I get more tired, I get more stressed out, I get more anxiety. But this job, actually, because I'm socializing, I could actually bring my energy up, and I could come out here and have more energy to give to the camera. So it's like, it was literally a gift to me. And it's like, I'll sum up all this because my story just going every which direction. But it's like I have a literal example of I entered a period of not knowing. I mean, I read a lot of Eckhart Tolle. That kind of helped me out a lot. and I entered a period of not knowing, and I dealt with a lot of my inner issues, and then God just kind of handed me this gift. I'll go on to my next point because I think you guys got the point of that story. That is like, I didn't know what I was gonna do, and then it was like, it was handed to me. How did it get handed to me? Well, let me talk about, let's get back onto the beginning. I'm going all over the place. I'm just gonna jump on the next point. David Data talks about, for you to be sure that it's time for you to move on from a job, you have to either deplete your karma or you have to fulfill your karma. I worked at FedEx before, and I think that was for me to fulfill my karma, to know what it's like to kill myself, to really work hard to make a living. And then my last job, I got there and I had all these inner deep-rooted issues. There's a lot of anger, a lot of aggression that I had to deal with. And I started reading some Eckhart Tolle, and that really helped me change my life, change my world, and got me to where I am now. And I was able to deplete my karma. Then that's when I got laid off. But I've had a lot of experiences of having jobs where it's like, let me get into how you know. The real law of attraction, really, I guess could even be a title for this video. I probably won't make it for the title, but the real law of attraction came in, whereas like today, the reason I was like, even actually it's been going on for the last few days, yeah, like the whole week and last week, I keep getting into this feeling where it's like, I don't even feel like I'm there. Like, it's not like an anxiety feeling where it feels like you want to leave. It's not that. It's like, it's not an anxiety whatsoever that you feel like you just want to be anywhere but there. But it's this like ultimate release of any tension, any pressure on you, where it feels like you're not even there anymore. Like you're already above it. Like your body is still there physically, your mind is still there mentally, but it's like my spirit has already moved on to another world. It's like I can feel that. When I was working at my jobs at FedEx, before I left it, I kept getting this feeling every day I would drive to work. This is usually what happened to me really, really early. Like I would get this in the feeling in the morning when it first started happening. In my current job, I could get it at any time of the day. But when I first started noticing these feelings, I would get it in the morning, usually when I'm driving to work, usually when I'm in my best mood, when I'm the most calm, when I'm the most centered. It's like I started to feel like, it's like a really deep inner feeling. Like this takes a lot of self-awareness. Like I don't know if I mentioned it or not in this video, but I have another video about self-awareness if you really want to try to find it. But I had this deep inner feeling that is like, I'm not going to be here much longer. It's like my spirit knew that I wasn't going to be here for much longer. And this is what I want to get into in this video. But I had even said that already, but here we go. Now I really want to kind of stress and bring attention to like finding these feelings, finding the real law of attraction. And I do want to make another point of it's not the same as, oh, I have anxiety, oh, I want to get out of here, oh, I don't want to be here anymore, even though that's how I felt today. But that's not the feeling I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this feeling, like the only way I can describe it, like I'm not a religious person. I'm not telling you go be a Christian, go read the Bible or anything, but it's just a good way to describe it. It's just, it feels like this godly release of duty that you really feel like your physical form has transcended from where you are, and that you already know you're supposed to be somewhere else. And it's like your body is just waiting and your mind is just waiting to catch up to where your spirit is, and it'll get there when you put the time and the work and the effort into it. Don't be afraid to do work. Lots of times things take work. Lots of times you will still have to work hard, even if you are moving on to your more deeper and inner purpose. Whew, said a mouthful. I'm just gonna be honest with this video, because I want to like give my personality. I want to give my real experiences. I don't want to just be a channel that's like, here's your advice, here's your information. It's like, I'm not here to even be the perfect representation or a role model. I'm just here to share what's helped me get through my days, what's helped me keep moving forward on my journey. These are my stories, these are my journeys, these are how I reframe my mind to rethink about things. And I just want to share that this video is kind of going, I'm a little kind of getting sidetracked, and maybe I seem repetitive because I actually shot a clip over here. I feel like I went on for like 10 minutes, and then I realized the camera wasn't recording for some reason. It's like, oh, guess I gotta reshoot it. Now I want to get a little bit more into the real law of attraction and how it really works. I've seen a great video by a girl by this, but I can't remember her name right now. If I remember, I'll put a a link in the description, because I like to give credit where it's due. If I can't say the name, yeah, I'll try to do that for her. I'll try to find the video and put the link in the description if you guys would like to check that out. It is very informative. But she really talks about how it really worked for her in her life. And she talks about how it's not like you're just like thinking like, oh, this is what I want. This is what I want. I'm gonna say that again. This is what I want. And you're just forcing it, because then what happens, even though you may have that thought, it's not really about the thought. It's about the emotions. It's about attracting the energy. It's about believing that you already have it and having that energy of you already having it, so that that energy can bring it to you. Because what happens if you're just going in your head and you're just thinking about, oh, this is what I want, then what happens is you think about the fact that you don't have it. You think about the fact that you need it. You feel bad, and all you're doing is you're attracting bad energy to you. See, you got to really pay attention to when you're doing that. Like over here, I screwed up a video, right? I had like 10 minutes of me talking. I got to reshoot it. Oh well, I gotta keep my energy going. I gotta keep my mood high. I gotta stay in state. I gotta do the video anyway. I can't just go around and be upset over it, or I wouldn't be able to finish the video. I wouldn't be here. I'd be in my car crying. That's a literal pragmatic representation of how that translates into a real world situation, beyond being spiritual, beyond being woo-woo. As I said, if I had let my energy go down, if I had let my mood go down, if I had been upset about it, then I wouldn't still be shooting this video. So what you want to do is really try to get into the energy of like realizing that you already are there. You already are where you want to be. Your life is already complete and fulfilled, and there's nothing that you're gonna get that's gonna bring you any more completion and fulfilledness. It's like you still want the things, you still go for the things, because you live in the real world and you do need tools so that you can keep moving yourself forward. And it's an amazing, beautiful feeling to be moving forward. But if you can't enjoy yourself wherever you are now, you're never gonna get to wherever you want to be, because where you want to be is the place where you enjoy yourself where you are now. God, that was beautiful. I don't know how you guys felt about that, but I thought that was a beautiful statement. I wanted to end this video by shooting some thank yous out there. And if you think, oh, I'm just gonna click off now, well, these are some people that really helped me change my life, so you might want to listen to who they are, because I actually would recommend changing their channel. I wouldn't be the person I am without them. These are really tremendous, like great people who have done great things. Now, I found the name of the girl who put out the video. I gotta give her a big shout out. Thank you to her. Especially in case I forget to actually put the link in the description by the time I upload this. Her name is Bonnie Rebecca. The video is The Law of Attraction. Other people who have really made huge differences on my life, Elliot Halls. A lot of people, all the people I'm watching too, I think men and women should watch them. I think you should just be watching all these great people. Like, don't waste your time. If you want to grow in life, you want to be where you want to be successful, don't waste your time. Like, you can still watch movies, you can still do entertainment every once in a while, but if that's all you're doing in your free time, you're never going to get where you want to be. You should be doing self-education, you should be studying, you should be growing, you should be learning. Whatever it is you want to do, you should find people who are already doing it, learn from them, learn what they're doing, and just also learn about yourself too. There's outer, there's inner game. You got to learn about the outer world, the physical realm of things, how to physically do what it is that you want to do, but you also got to learn the inner realm of it. You got to work on yourself. You got to work on how you feel, your energy, your happiness, your health, your overall well-being, your mind state, how well you're in control of your mind, and how well do you control your emotions. Because without that, even if you master all the outer stuff, all the physical realm stuff, you're never going to get what you truly want, because what you're truly looking for is inner peace, and you just don't understand that because you don't know what it really is, unless you do understand it, in which case you already know what it is, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But other people I want to thank, as I said, men and women should be watching these people. Elliot Halls done some amazing videos, RSD Tyler, Julian Blanc, Max, Madison, the whole RSD crew. Like, they do dating advice, but they really changed my life. Like, honestly, they show dating advice, but the truth is, it's gotten to the point where they're talking about things that nobody else talks about. They're teaching people things that nobody else talks about. They're teaching people how humans' sociality, psychology really truly works as a deep tested level, because they're out in the field testing it to see what really works. And I don't just like, I'm not here like trying to be them. I am not them. I'm not doing what they do. But the information that they give is just, if you can take it and translate it and apply it to wherever you are in your life, it's amazing. Infinite Waters, you helped me. Oh God, I don't want to forget people's names. Ty Lopez, I love his videos. I'm sure there's many more people out there. A lot of great books. Eckhart Tolle, David Data, The Way of the Superior Man. Get out there. If you want to be who you want to be, I'm going to just also side tangent. Sorry to the rest of the people I forgot. I'll try to remember to thank you in another video. For all you've given me. But if you want to be who you want to be, like I spend my time now. When I'm driving to work, I'm trying to listen to somebody's educational video. Like that sounds kind of funny, but it's like, what else am I gonna do? I could listen to music. I mean, there's not that there's anything wrong in it. There's a time and place for entertainment, and it definitely has its place. There's definitely value to it. But if it becomes all you do, then you're just gonna become mindless. You're not growing. You're not moving forward. So it's like I spend as much time as I can on self-education, because it's like I could watch some movie that'll keep me distracted for 2 hours, or I could listen to Ty Lopez go talk for a half hour, and then afterwards he gave me knowledge, he gave me information that I can apply to myself, so I can make a better life for myself, so that I can make myself feel better and not be dependent on him to keep making me feel better, because he's given to me the world. All the people that give great information, I'm here to, because I want to join them. I'm part of this quest now. I want to be one of these people out there that I want people to watch my videos. Not only are you feeling better while I'm watching it, not only am I distracting you from your day-to-day life and taking you out from the reality of the real world, but I want you to also be able to take the information I give you, apply it, and build a better life for yourself. Yeah. This is Our World Shifted, where only your thoughts and your actions can change your life. Like and subscribe if you liked anything that you've heard here. I've made a lot of beautiful videos. I've given a lot of beautiful information out there, and I'm going to keep going on this journey. I want to help everybody improve their lives, become better, stronger people in every single aspect of their lives. And if you need help, you have a problem, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. Feel free to ask questions. I want to answer questions. I mean, it's challenging. I love challenges. I love when a person's challenging. I love when I'm talking to my friends or my coworkers and they don't get anything I'm talking about. Like something inside of me just loves it and is really intrigued, because it's like I want to know how to get through to everybody. I want to know what is it you need to hear. I want to know, how do you want to hear? I want to know what's your life's problem, what's your life situation. Feel free to leave a comment, send a message as detailed as you want it to be. Let me know where you are in your life. What is your current problem? What do you want me to talk about? Inspire my videos. Inspire me to keep moving, to keep doing these like this. Yeah. If you like this video, please subscribe, please like, and you know, other things. I got other good videos out there. Y'all should check that out too, because they're good stuff. Have a nice day, guys.